Welcome back to another Conductor Livestream. I'm with Tommy Toon World holding up his light up key. And I want to ask you, Tommy, thanks for being on the show today. Before we get started, where can everyone find you?
Yeah, let's do it, man. We're locked in here for Disney 70th. You can find me at TommyToon_ on Instagram or Tommy Toon World on YouTube.
Absolutely. And I'm your host, ThemeParkConductor. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Bluesky at ThemeParkConductor. You can find me on X at ThemeConductor. You can also find me every Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Conductor Sunday live stream, or maybe a different day. But I'm covering the Disneyland 70th all weekend. And as you can see next to me, Tommy has the light up key on. Tommy, you want to show the camera like the different icons on there and the different colors it makes and all that. And then you actually have a little voiceover, so we'll play that as well.
Yeah, sure. So if we're starting out with the key, this item is a hot commodity. It was flying off the shelves yesterday. Just remember, it's not just at the Emporium. Okay, so we walked in at Rope Drop. Emporium was a madhouse. It almost felt like the 90s when you're grabbing Pokemon cards. I know everybody does Pokemon now too, so I know the passion and the feeling. So we went to a couple other stores, and these were just like sitting on the shelf. They're going for $59.99. So you have to buy this by itself, and it comes with one of 9 pins.
Yeah.
In this locked compartment.
Yeah.
The only way you could receive it is if you go throughout the Disneyland Resort and collect 9 different of these symbols, right? You stick it in the magic keyhole, unlock with the key to Disneyland, and you will get this emblem. It's going crazy, right? So the thing is, my favorite part's almost the music, but if I play the ending, so the main event of this is when you go back up to the front of the park and you unlock it to get your pin, it plays this Walt Disney speech. Let's listen to it.
All who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
So they give you Walt's speech at the end. You could cycle through multiple different sounds with this button and lights. So you'll switch, and it goes with each land. And then the very end is white, but the 9th one does rainbow color. So it depends what you want. I would say grab this. I was talking to a lot of people. Even we saw Bricky yesterday, and he was saying, is this going to be relevant in a year?
Yeah.
Because, the celebration's going on for like 16 months. So
16 to 18 months.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so it's fun right now. You've seen everybody using them yesterday. Let me tell you, it's mainly Disney adults. I saw one kid in line using it. One.
That's
even though the advertisement is for a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any of my fellow influencers out there, if you want to make an amazing TikTok video, I'll give you a headline right now. When you have this light up like Tommy has right here, you say, this key's not really for kids; it's for adults.
Right. Yeah.
And then you figure out how to shoot some B-roll inside the park with all the adults doing it, and you'll know why.
Exactly.
Because when like Tommy was saying, when you look at it, a 10-to-1 ratio, there's more adults doing this type of stuff than there is kids. So it's like, why not?
Right. And there is another way to open this. Instead of going around the park for a couple hours, there is actually a hole where you could put like a paper clip or a needle in here, and you hold it for 5 seconds and the compartment will open up. But let me tell you, Disney already thought about scalpers and cheaters and everything, because when you get this new, the package, the cardboard covers this part.
Yes.
So it's not like you could cheat and open them all up and see what pin you get. I was fortunate or unfortunate to get maybe the worst pin out of the 9. I got the honey pot from Pooh Corner.
Oh my God.
Right. Yeah, I got scammed a little bit. But our good friends, George, Disney the Italiano, and Abby, I ended up trading them for the Haunted Mansion pin.
Yeah.
Because her uncle or her someone in her family made the ride vehicles for Indiana Jones and the Winnie the Pooh ride. Nice. So she thought it would be fitting to have the pin for Winnie the Pooh. Definitely. So it worked out, but it's pretty funny because you got a solid one.
I got a solid one. I actually have it. So Tommy, keep going. I'll get the pin for you guys so you can see it.
Yeah, like in the morning, the lines weren't too long for this, and it wasn't really structured. We went back later on to catch more of the keyholes, and they started putting tape up and to line up. So I guess they understood that a lot of people are going to buy this.
Definitely. So this is the pen I got. I'm going to try to get it in focus here.
Oh, that's like the second best one.
Yeah, this is the Disneyland Cinderella Castle. The one that I kind of feel that is the most anticipated is the partner statue. And that's with Walt and Mickey on this little D logo here. So that's the one that's okay. So Eric, the key is $59.99. But if you do have a magic key, I just want to remind everybody for all the merchandise, if you have a magic key, you can use your magic key discount. So I think since I have the Inspire and I got 20% off, I think it wound up being like 41 or something like that.
20% off is solid.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah. It's actually his percent off was working on all 70th merch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there was no exclusions.
Yeah. So you guys are in.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Man, Conductor bought a Magic Key Pass pin that it was extremely hard to work that in. I don't know how you pulled it off, but
sheer miracle, because this thing was hard to get to. Mm-hmm. Because like Tommy was saying, the Emporium, I kid you not, guys, it was like being at Walmart or Target on Black Friday morning and people freaking out. Like, we saw multiple people, because like Tommy said, there's 10 different pins you can get. There were probably I could count on my hands, probably at least 10 people that had 10 different keys. So you imagine that's probably like $400 or $500.
Right.
And they had 10 of them. And I don't know if they were scalpers, maybe they were, or maybe they wanted to be, because they're staying down here for a week, or they're going to be experiencing the Disneyland 70th for the whole 18 months. They're going to do all 10 keys, which is hopefully going to guarantee they're going to maybe get, each individual pin, but maybe not. So you take that risk. So when you buy like 10 like that, there's always a higher chance of getting a duplicate pin. And if you do that and it's one that people don't want, then you're stuck with it.
Right. So on eBay, I've already seen used keys empty.
Yes.
For almost the same price this is going for at the park. But if it's new with the pin in it, it's double of what you paid. So I think the allure is the pin.
Yeah.
Because Disney pin trade is is a crazy venture. I don't usually like scalpers, and I don't like people buying multiples of the item. So you see 100 of those Mickeys on someone's back in JP Land's video.
Yeah.
So that's different, because that's the bucket. He's scalping this. The people may be just trying to get the pins,
probably, if
they're buying, so that's it's a hard call with this. You look bad, but I'm cool with it.
Oh yeah,
for this one.
Yeah. No. It's a very fun experience. We had a blast. Like I said, me and Tommy Toon World were doing it. Orange Grove 55, he was just hanging out with us. George the Italiano, definitely go check out his new channel, Citrico Central. I think he's actually going to be live tonight from the park again at 6:30. He had a little bit of an issue last night, but I'm sure it wasn't as bad as everyone was saying it was. But he's going to be live again tonight. And I'm going to be filming POVs of Paint the Night, Wondrous Journeys, and World of Color. The Tapestry of Happiness.
That was the one.
That is actually uploading on the channel and either going to be put on the channel tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on when it loads, because cell reception is kind of spotty in this area, and YouTube loves to take their time to upload videos, so I don't get it.
Yeah, you could I got it uploaded. You could check mine out if you want. He got the 11:45 timing. I got the 10:40 timing. So they may look a little different where he's standing, where I'm standing. So you could check out both. The reason why I say Tapestry of Happiness was really good is because I didn't really see it anywhere.
Yeah.
No one really had it online from where I caught it. Of course, Paint the Night. We'll get to that because that's overwhelming. Yeah. But Tapestry, man, that 5 to 6 minutes was really good, man. Yeah. And the way they incorporated Star Wars really felt like Disney this time. Yeah, it did, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think towards the end of the show, because it wasn't towards the middle, but towards the end of the show, they had a little saying again from Walt, and they showed Walt holding Mickey's hand right at the middle, but on the bottom of the building, but it was like in gold. It was really nice.
That was cool. So it was the silhouette of Walt and the partnership picture with Mickey.
Yeah.
But then it illustrated him going down to hold his hand first, and then they walked into the light.
Definitely.
So that was like a way to end it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, sometimes I don't want it to be tacky if it's involving Walt.
Sure.
This was a good homage. Like they paid homage really well to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And since we're talking about all this stuff, because there was just so much craziness going on, I want to ask Tommy, because a really awesome thing happened. I kid you not, a really awesome thing. I was super stoked for it. There we go. Perfect. I was really stoked for it. We were hanging out in Main Street, like in the middle of the street, with Orange Grove, George, me and Tommy, and
Theme Park Wizard,
and
shout out Wizard,
choo, and Wizard, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, because Orange Grove 55, he has a big following on many of his platforms, including YouTube. So all these famous YouTubers, I never thought in a million years I would meet. One of them, he hung out with us for several hours, was Hey Bricky. I have to tell you right now, seeing Hey Bricky in person and meeting him was such an honor, because he does such meticulous, amazing historical videos about Disney, not just out here in California, but he does it in Walt Disney World as well. Yeah, and he's been on WNT in Florida with Tom Corliss and all that. So he's well known in the YouTube community. How did it feel meeting him for the first time, Tommy?
Oh man, he's super down to earth. He's a fellow ginger, so we relate. Man, he was really cool. He was big chilling. Like people were coming up to him every 5 minutes. He was down to chill with us because him and OG go way back. Shout out OG, man. He's definitely he definitely bridges the gap for a lot of people, and he's welcoming. But Hey Bricky, man, he is something else, man. He's a funny guy, man. He's a character.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah. We'll kick it again. We're gonna get him on a food review soon. Maybe we'll get him on a live.
Definitely.
He said he was down. He kicked it the whole night with us, basically.
And you know something. I don't know if he posted it, but he did get injured recently, so he couldn't really walk around too much. But the fact that he took the time out to film a little bit for his channel, I'm sure.
Right.
And then the rest of the time, because he probably spent 3 hours with us?
I'll probably say more.
Yeah, three and a half, 4 hours with us, just walking around, hanging. We went to go eat at the Plaza Inn. It was just such a wonderful experience meeting him. I
mean, all the content creators, because the 70th was filled with them yesterday. It almost felt like a party for us. But, all the big names were there. Provo Pass, really cool. He was with his family. We had Adam the Woo.
Yes.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. That he was big chilling too. We had Magic Journeys there. I was chopping up with Miguel. Really good people. I love their channel. Who else did we see?
So we saw offhand Disney.
Oh yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, he was very cool. He does a lot of Walt Disney World videos, but he does do Disneyland as well. And he's a big advocate for our People Mover to come back. So I told him, I said, Team People Mover, let's go.
Let's go.
And then we saw Fresh Baked.
Fresh
Baked was there.
We were kicking it with David, and then we walked over to do the key in New Orleans, and we were by Club 33.
Yes.
And people were basically rope dropping Club 33.
Yeah.
And we all were intrigued with it. So we're hanging out with David around there trying to figure out the anticipation of the Club 33.
Definitely. And you know what's funny about Club 33 with that long wait? Because it went all the way to the exit of the Blue Bayou restaurant. I think there was something special for the opening day of the Disneyland 70th for Club 33 members. Not just the merch, but maybe some food items that are totally exclusive to them. So that's probably why there was a long line.
I saw no pictures though.
Well, to have justice though, there's a lot of things you can't do in Club 33, and pictures is very restricted.
Yeah, so we saw people walking out with the bags.
Yes.
And I was very tempted to ask what was in the bag, but I didn't want it to be off.
Yeah. No, but any time Club 33 celebrates with the rest of the park, any type of holiday, they have some really amazing merch. I've seen it on eBay. I've seen it on social media posts, because that's the one thing. If you are a Club 33 member and you buy merch, you can take pictures after you leave. Now, you can take some pictures inside Club 33, but it's very restricted, and you have to be extremely careful, because you do something they don't like, they will kick you out, and you pay a pretty hefty price, because you already pay a high membership to belong to that. So
I was talking to people. It almost sounds like 80 to 100K to intro in, and then 30K a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
But it's only for the park you get chosen for.
Yes.
So they have Club 33 or something like it at Walt Disney World.
Yes.
But you can't, it's not like you're in there if you're here.
Yes. And then they also have a Club 33 apparently in DCA. I don't know where, but they have it somewhere. It's crazy.
Yeah. All the bougie ones.
Exactly.
Choose that.
Exactly right.
Yeah, but hey, I wanted to get them to see what you did with the Magic Band.
Okay, so the Magic Band, they have little interactive areas, and one area in particular, which is right next to the Golden Horseshoe, has 3 different cards you can get. So I'm gonna pull those up for you guys so you can see it. The first one is the Golden Horseshoe. I don't know if you guys can see that.
They're cool, man.
The Golden Horseshoes are double-sided. See that? I know it's kind of going
double-sided though.
Yeah, so that's the Golden Horseshoe one.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't see it clearly, I do have them posted on my Instagram, so go check that out. This is the Mark Twain.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, this is the Mark Twain. Again, it's on the back, and then if you are a Magic Key holder, it does print out the Magic Key. It says valued Magic Key holder on the back of the cards if you are a Magic Key holder.
But you could still get the ticket if
Yes.
you're not a Magic Key holder and you're using a Magic Band. It just doesn't print the words Magic Key holder.
Yes.
And we tested this yesterday. You get 1 card per day with your Magic Band. So the animation will still occur.
Yeah.
But you won't get multiple cards.
Definitely. And then this is from the Railroad, Disneyland Railroad. This one's pretty cool. I like this. And then the final one, which wasn't in that area, was the little Steamboat Willie mini movie theater you can walk into. This is what that one looks like. And then when I did these cards the other day, they're supposed to have one more booth. I'm going to try to go check it out today. They had one in Autopia that they supposedly put out yesterday. So I got to go do that one. So I'm excited to see what that one looks like.
Same here.
But
look out for his Instagram, then you'll see that one next.
Definitely. And then I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat. David, always a great friend of the channel. He wants me to get Theme Park Obsession on here, so that's going to be a mission.
Yeah, he's going to get him on here eventually. There's been a little. He's almost had him on once, but it was a scheduling issue. So
yeah,
we'll get there.
Yeah, Dylan, and a lot of these guys. I'm even surprised I got JP Land because he's busy all the time too.
Shout out JP Land. I caught him right before Paint the Night. It's always good seeing him, man.
Yeah, Eric, there's so much cool merchandise for the 70th. I was telling Tommy all day yesterday because we're in the World of Color and many other stores. I'm like, dude, do I have to hold your wallet? Because he was going nuts. His eyes just went big when he saw all the merch.
Right, and there's a lot to pick from. I grabbed the backpack. I grabbed a shirt and a pin. But I will definitely grab more tomorrow.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then shout out to our boy Chris West. He's always on fire with letting us content creators know the current news across the board. So shout out Chris West.
Chris.
He mentioned that the Club 33 location in DCA is actually called 1901.
Oh wow, man, he must have been there.
Ah, there you go. He knows something.
Yeah.
He knows something. But, going back to being on Main Street with all these content creators, it was a dream come true for any small channel. I have to tell you, because seeing Adam the Woo, I started watching YouTube probably about almost 15 years ago. And some of the early videos of Adam the Woo kind of exploring, restricted areas in Walt Disney World and Universal.
It was fun to watch, but
definitely
repercussions. For sure.
Total repercussions. Don't do it. Yeah. He's even come out and said don't do it. But watching those exploring videos was actually a lot of fun. So I'm glad I got to meet him.
Yeah, actually, staying on the topic with Adam the Woo, he had the Matterhorn Yeti sipper, and guess what the sipper does? It makes noise. And one of the arms moves like this. So I didn't see that really advertised anywhere. Of course, this morning is popping up and yesterday. But I just want to let you guys know that it does a little more than just sit there.
Yeah. Definitely. And then I want to go back to something with the key here. So when you're doing the interactive challenges on that, there's a switch on the backside of this right here. So you can turn it off and on, because this thing, Tommy was having a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, and George. Towards the end, yeah.
And George.
It was rough.
For some reason, it wouldn't turn back on.
Right.
So just to save battery, I would, every time you do a key challenge, once you get one of those stamps from the land, I would turn it off and then wait until you go to the next location. Because if you have that on, especially during the day, you're not going to know.
You can't tell the lights are on.
Yeah, you can't tell the lights are on, and the batteries are going to die out. And it does take 3 AA batteries. So if you wind up, giving it to your kid or you doing it yourself, and you have that on, you're going to burn through that in an hour.
But so it came ready to go.
Yeah.
This is what we're trying to figure out. So it just turned off right now. I feel like the motions or whatever, the way that the lights play, it's set to a certain, to turn off, right? So it doesn't heat up.
Definitely.
So, of course, yeah, you'd have to reset it. But, maybe we didn't read everything because we were ready to roll. And you're at Disney, man. It's swamped.
Oh, yeah.
We were one of the first ones to do the keyholes.
Yeah.
So we kind of were just learning as we go. But, my favorite part, of course, is the key lock, because it is Sleeping Beauty's castle.
Oh, absolutely. How can you go wrong with that?
Yeah, this just feels like Kingdom Hearts.
You know what's so funny about what Tommy just said was we had a cast member at the final challenge, which basically unlocks the hidden compartment for the hidden pin.
Yeah.
The cast member told us that thing reminds me of Kingdom of Hearts.
100%.
I think that's where they got the idea from.
Yeah, I mean, they can, man.
I think that's where they got the idea.
Yeah.
And then before we get to the pictures, obviously you guys can see it. Again, shout out to Chris West. He said, Nope, haven't been there, but it's above Kathy Circle Restaurant. Okay, that's good to know. So it's a secret location, so it's not broadcasted.
Right.
Okay. So as you guys can see here, I'm with Offhand Disney. Me and Tommy, I'm going to pull up the picture so you guys can see it. Me and Tommy are here in front of the castle, and this was a hot location, I have to tell you.
Yeah, that picture's going crazy right there.
Yeah, that was a hot location because everyone wanted to take pictures in front of there. It was almost like a line queue.
Yep.
Crazy. And then we got Provo Pass here, always being a trooper.
Mm-hmm.
I found out he has another Instagram called The Real Provo Pass, and he does conventions a lot. I don't know if he does them anymore, but he has done conventions in the past where he's interviewed Hayden Christensen from Star Wars, some of the other Star Wars actors. He did a conference with Mel Gibson, so definitely go check out his Instagram.
But he has a picture of like 20 of us.
Yes.
Like on Main Street.
Yes.
It's on his phone.
And we're gonna get that picture.
Drop it, Provo.
Oh,
drop the pic on Instagram. Yeah. We need it.
Yeah.
I know you're not seeing this, but
yeah,
maybe we'll get the word to you somehow.
Yeah, exactly. And here's our boy Bricky, man. Look at this. Bricky. Man, Bricky was awesome. I love Bricky.
Yeah.
Man. And one of the things was that I personally liked, because he told us a little bit of information about, some tips and tricks about, growing your YouTube channel. So that was very cool. Free advice, because he actually told us he does YouTube consulting. So people actually hire him to YouTube consult. So that was kind of cool. He was hanging out with us. We're walking around, and then when we had dinner and whatnot, he was kind of giving us some advice that we're really going to take to heart and try to work on it to increase, just the followers, the content, better thumbnails, better videos.
Yeah, better content.
All around the board.
Right.
So shout out to Bricky. We love you, man. The next picture, Adam the Woo, man. I never thought in a million years you could see that Yeti sipper on his neck. I never thought in a million years I was going to meet him.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, he's never around, at least when I'm there. Man, that trucker hat that he has on, I didn't see anybody with it. It was kind of like peg warming, like shelf just sitting, but he's pulling it off. That hat's going crazy. It's just white and, sweat, or if you're eating and then you take it off, I don't think I could pull it off, but it's going hard. I like that trucker hat.
That is going hard.
Yeah, it's clean.
I love it. I love it. And then Magic Journeys. Oh, you see some? What you see in the background there?
Oh man, Justin Scard
doing the photo bomb.
The photo bomb.
He actually told us, he's like, I'm gonna photo bomb you guys. I'm like, jump right there. Yeah. So
very discreet. He's super cool. He was really nice, man. Like everybody was really nice, like just chilling, hanging out. Like not that big of a deal, bro.
No. I literally felt like I was in my own VIP party with all these content creators, because they're so way up in the YouTube algorithm.
Well, they put in the work. They laid the foundation for us.
Definitely.
Just bringing back up Orange Row 55. He's just really branching out, helping people just gain more following and gain traction. Yeah. He definitely is a good coach too, man.
Oh, definitely. And you know what's funny? Like Tommy was saying earlier with Bricky getting stopped, getting stopped every 5 minutes. It seemed like Orange Grove was on that same path. Every 5 to 10 minutes, he was getting stopped by someone. So that was very cool to see that.
It was really cool.
Yeah,
I agree. So, does he have a 70th shirt on? Okay, never mind. I didn't know if Miguel had a Disney 70th shirt.
No, he does.
Conductor has like the golf shirt that's almost like
no one was wearing
it, but it's very subtle. It just has the D in gold and then Disneyland written under it.
I think
Disney 70th.
Disney 70th.
It's going hard, man. I don't know. It's going hard. I don't know if you'll be able to find it. Oh, that's a good shot.
That's a good shot.
I don't know if you'll be able to find it. I didn't see it in every store. We saw it in like one or two.
There's like several stores, but it's not all over the place.
Right.
Yeah. So.
But very discreet. You could wear that like every day.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna wear it to work.
You can pull that off. Yeah. Oh. I can't pull off my shirt at work.
No, probably not.
It was like pink and purple, and yellow and green and
blue. But shout out to Justin Scars for taking a photo with me and taking a photo with Tommy and doing photo bombs and just, you know, oh my God, he's. I tell you what, he's so fun. Like I mean, like they're all fun, but he has like a funny personality. Like he was like running around the street and kind of like screaming a little bit. It was actually kind of funny. I was like watching in the background, like, whoa, I didn't even think he would do that. But he does a lot of higher end like content with like movie studios. He goes to premieres. I think he's even worked with Bob Iger and some of the Disney animation studios.
Yeah, you see the R on his hat is for Random Land.
Yeah.
That's like his channel. I see Chris pull up his comment. He's talking about the key.
Yeah.
Talking about knots, man. I can't get enough of knots. Yeah, knots with the technology and the bubble wands. Yeah, that's fire, man. Man, I'm not gonna make it to Boysenberry Festival tomorrow, Chris. I have to bail. Consulted with OG55, and he said the best is to stay at the 70th. So, you know, I'm gonna miss out, but I can live through you, Chris West. Yeah.
But I do wanna tell you guys, Tommy, I don't know if you are going to go live, if you plan on going live, but Tommy is going to be at Universal tonight for Fan Fest nights. It's going to be his first night going. So if you see him roaming around, go up and say hi to him.
Yeah, I know everybody's at Disney 70th, but I missed this when I was out of town. I went to WrestleMania instead. So I have to go check out Back to the Future and Dungeons and Dragons.
And you won't be disappointed, believe me.
All right, cool, man. Last weekend, got to knock it out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Dude, that float was, oh my God.
You want to talk about the 70 or the Paint the Night?
Yeah, let's talk about Paint the Night for a second. I just want to.
All right, well, while he's scrolling, we waited for 3 hours for our Paint the Night section.
Yes.
Guess what we were at? We were at the top marquee of Main Street.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a secret location. Well, it's not really secret; it's public view. But you have to like this guy, Disney Titan, all one word. I met him last night.
Shout out Disney Titan.
Shout out Disney Titan.
Shout out Main Street Cowgirl.
Main Street Cowgirl. I was in that little section where they were at. Tommy was right next to me, and I tell you what, Disney Titan had like. He probably had like almost 10 grand worth of camera equipment. I was astonished, but some of the footage, very professional. Some of the footage he was filming, oh my God, it was like movie quality footage. Yeah. But that's what you pay for when you do that. But it was very cool to meet him and Disney Cowgirl. It was absolutely a blast to meet her and her husband. Mm-hmm. They were very kind to us, and they actually on their live stream were shouting out me and Tommy, and that was
her channel's going crazy.
Yeah, her channel was going nuts.
Yeah, it was something else. So that's where we saw JP Land right there. We saw Mondo walk up. I saw Cleo at the Cavalcade from Holes. It was a crazy night, but Paint the Night. What was your favorite part? And then let's get into it.
Okay, so Paint the Night for me.
Favorite part.
I don't know if I have a favorite part because all of it was just freaking amazing. Yeah. Well, I do have to say though, I always love seeing the Disney characters. So seeing Mickey, and Mickey is on his parade float. He's like basically the last parade float of Paint the Night. Yeah. But to see him in his Fantasia outfit was just freaking amazing.
Right. And it felt like I was at EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival's going this weekend. Shout out Crystal and Chris. They had some crazy ideas for this. I know this is they brought this back, highly anticipated parade.
Yeah.
My favorite part, very subtle and quick.
Yeah.
But the Genie of the Lamp and Tigger come out, and they're like bright, very bright, blue and orange.
That was awesome.
Of course, all the floats are the best part.
Oh yeah.
But I just thought the little knack of some little 90s stuff.
So I do have to say though, because I am a big Cars fan.
Oh man. Of course.
The original Cars, when they had what's the semi truck's name? I forgot. Maybe I'm not that big of a fan, but
Right.
The semi truck, the Rusty.
I mean, that's the best thing.
Yeah, Rusty, the big semi truck driving down Main Street.
That's the best part.
I tell you right now, that was astonishing to see that in person.
Right.
Oh my God.
But they started out with Tinkerbell.
Yes.
You know, the ladies like moving up and down like this. And then, you know, then they got Slinky from Toy Story.
Mac. Shout out Chris West. Mac is his name. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, Chris for the win. You got to be in every live stream, Chris.
Every live stream, Chris. And
we need you.
And hey, also, we're still planning on doing a live with you, so keep that in mind. But yeah, so Mac was driving down this, and this thing's not small. It's like humongous.
It's gigantic.
Oh, it's gigantic. It was awesome. And he actually had an addition that I don't remember the last time when they did the show had the addition. He actually had a car on the back trailer hanging out.
That was sick. I noticed on a couple things there was stuff on the back. Buzz Lightyear was on the back,
yes.
on the side. What was Mike was Wachowski?
Mike.
Wazowski. He was on the back of their Monsters float. There's always something to look at for Paint the Night.
Yes.
Yeah. And Main Street Cowgirl was kind of saying on preview night this past week, the gaps in between the floats were she felt the gaps.
Yeah.
There was no gaps.
No.
For when we saw the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we caught the first show we waited 3 hours for. I caught the second show after Tapestry. Man, I was really close for that one, but I think the best seats in the house when I was with you for the first show.
Yeah, definitely. So right where the flagpole is at and the main medallion on Main Street, right in front of that, there's like a little circled like platform that surrounds that area. And that's where, like, during the year, you'll see the medallion, like for the 70th, but you'll see like a Christmas tree, a heart, or the Mickey pumpkin. We were right there shooting down Main Street, like filming down Main Street. And it was a great location, not only for Paint the Night, but it was a better location for Wondrous Journeys, because we literally saw the full projection
Oh my God.
of both sides of the street, the buildings getting lit up by projections, and then the fireworks show, which pretty much you don't have to be that close to see the fireworks because they're just gigantic.
Oh, no, that spot was perfect. Me and shout out Jason Hill, just linked up with him yesterday. We walked to the middle of Main Street and we got it. Man, Wondrous Journeys is something else. I love the storytelling of it. It's not just fireworks and projections. It hits all the feels.
Definitely
hits all the feels. I was pretty shocked, but you know, it's funny. Me and Conductor split up because you know where he went over to DCA for World of Color Happiness.
Yes.
How'd that go?
It went very well. The wind started kicking up again, so it got a little cold, and then obviously with the wind, when you got the big cannons of water shooting up, the mist was blowing towards me, so I was getting wet. A lot of people were getting wet. So
imagine tonight, it's cold.
Oh, it's cold. It's cold.
Today.
But I tell you, it was fantastic. It was probably like a 15 to 20 minute show. It was long.
Man,
so
I can't wait. I'll see that Monday.
So I have that live streamed on the channel now. I don't know. It should be on the channel now. But I'm going to shoot POVs because I noticed some of the scenes during the 3 shows there, it is a little grainy. I'm sure it's going to go to the HD version as it uploads, but I'm going to shoot POVs of all 3 of those shows tonight. Like I said early on, I already have the Tapestry loading. Again, that's probably like a 5 to 6 minute show. I'm going to have that either on the channel tonight or tomorrow morning, so definitely look out for that. One of the things I want to talk about just for a second, because me and Tommy did this the first night that we got in town, was the Great Maple, and this is at the Pixar Place Hotel, and it was absolutely incredible. I'm going to let Tommy take it away because he's our food expert. Tommy, what do you think about the Great Maple?
Man, the ambiance and the vibe and the customer service was above par. I love Pixar Place Hotel.
Yes.
Man, so we got like 3 or 4 things. He got truffle fries and meatloaf, upscale meatloaf for sure. Man, these These were the desserts right here. The bacon maple donuts to die for.
Yes.
Not really fluffy. It was thick dough. It's
Oh,
definitely hearty, but man, it's fire. And then I got the ribeye melt, just like a tuna melt or grilled cheese. Definitely hit the spot. It had pesto aioli on it. But these right here, almost the star of the show, the fried portobello mushrooms.
Those were, so I didn't try the dip, but
Right.
just the mushrooms alone,
Right.
it's like, oh my God.
Top tier.
Oh, heck yeah. I would go back
Crazy.
just for that.
Yeah, that food review, I didn't do a hit or miss because I knew it was going to be good.
Yeah.
So that food review should be out in a week or two. I'm going to get all the 70th stuff out first. Yeah, mind you, I didn't do any 70th foods yesterday. I think
He's got to do that tomorrow.
you guys, it literally was celebrate happy yesterday.
Yeah.
You should have seen the park. Like, I feel like no rides were ridden. If you look at the times, it looked like on the app, looked like Disney was dead. I seen Mondo post that.
Yeah.
But it was literally just people having fun, socializing, buying merch too, doing the key.
Yeah.
You've seen so many people just smiling, having fun. That is usually Disneyland, but
Oh,
this
definitely.
was just a party.
But you know what's funny about that? And I'm going to relate that comment to like D23 because they do the exact same thing. There's no rides.
Mhm.
Even if there was rides, it wouldn't matter. Everyone's socializing, everyone's hanging out, everyone's having a good time, everyone's buying the merch. And that's what it felt like yesterday. That's why Tommy was saying that. Shout out the Five Fires he posted that pretty much all the big attractions like Space Mountain, Rise, just to name a few, Indiana Jones, Pirates, a lot of them didn't have that many waits. They were low wait times. That's why Tommy was saying that. Five Fires was even saying that the wait times were, it was just dead. It was dead and it was perfect. It was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it was great. So, and then I just want to pull up this picture as well. Like Tommy said, that's his his sandwich. That thing was awesome because I was sitting right next to him and he bit into that and the crunch, you could hear it. You know it was good with the crunch.
Yeah, it was good. But you know what? If you guys are not doing meat and stuff, this salad, this arugula spring mix, man, their vinaigrette has like maple integrated into it. So
there you
it
go.
has a faint hint of that sweetness maple.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then there's that meatloaf right there.
Yeah, you got some good quality images right
Yeah,
there. The meatloaf was hard.
That meatloaf was
I
awesome.
kind of want to probably get that.
And it's bacon wrapped.
Bacon wrapped.
So get this. So the entire restaurant, they're theming around pretty much all their food, if not most of the food, is either maple syrup, bacon. So with having bacon on meatloaf, my two favorite things, oh my God, and garlic buttered mashed potatoes, I was like in heaven.
Yeah.
I was in heaven.
I was trying to compare it to the chocolate toothsome at City
There's
Walk
no
for Universal.
comparison.
Right, their meatloaf is really good, but Great Maple is just another step up. We booked a reservation. It wasn't crowded, but I'll still book the reservation.
Yeah, because when we checked in for a reservation, another couple that was probably staying at the hotel, they went to the desk and I overheard the front desk saying, well, it's going to be about 35 to 40 minutes. So even though the restaurant wasn't super packed, they still are trying to push the reservations. So if you don't have one, be prepared. You're going to wait anywhere from 20 to maybe 50 minutes to an hour.
Right. And then we checked out the store, Pixar store and the Pixar Place Hotel. They had 70th merch too. So if you can't find stuff, maybe trek over to the hotels because maybe a lot of people aren't picking up the same items. I wanted to show you guys real quick some of the maps. They got new pictures.
Yeah.
This was the coolest one. Paint the Night, not bad. Then the Family Adventure map, cartoonish, not bad. And California Adventure, the World of Color Happiness.
Yes.
I love this one.
And I want to ask you, Tommy, because those maps are absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Where, if people want to get those maps, where can they find them?
So I'm sure they restock every day.
Yes.
So right when you walk into the park to the left, you could find the map holders. We grabbed these at Tomorrowland because they had all three. So that, it depends how stubborn you are if you want to grab them all.
Definitely.
Yeah. Not so. The only thing I'm complaining about is they didn't put certain things in here that I need.
Yeah.
And it's especially if they're doing this for 16, 18 months, they did not put where to do the interactive keys at. They didn't put the keyholes in here.
Definitely.
Which, they could have made them like a big icon, like in the corner of Toontown. So the locations are on the app.
Yeah.
But, sometimes you don't want to keep doing it, pulling up the phone. So you want to do the paper.
Definitely.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I'm not tripping. They show a lot of 70th stuff in here, just not the thing I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about that because there is, and shout out to George, the Italiano, and his wife, Abby.
Yeah.
Abby was actually Googling it because when we first started, we didn't even know where to look. We knew there was one per land, but we didn't know where to look. So Abby actually found it for us on Disneyland's website. Of all things, they had it on the website, but they wouldn't have it in the pamphlet, which is interesting. So you could go on the website. I don't know if it's even on the app, but at least the website, and you can find the locations. And I want to ask you, Tommy, I know we don't have pictures yet of all the keyholes. We're going to try to get the
pictures for Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, we're going to try to get the pictures and post it as soon as we can. But out of all the keyholes, so people can get enticed for it, what do you think was the most impressive keyhole, like the most creative, or the most awesome one you put your key into?
You're gonna make me butcher it because I don't know what to call it. It's the area outside of Black Spire Batu.
Yes. Okay. So right across the way from the entrance of Rise of the Resistance.
What is that? It's not a red trolley car. That's DCA. What is that? A red?
Oh no. You're talking about the
where the prisoners were like in the window.
Oh yeah. In the wagon.
Wagon. So the red wagon.
Yes.
That was pretty sick. Do that one at night.
Yes.
Yeah. So what was the most lackluster one? So while he thinks about that, let me tell you the worst one for Disney employees. It's in the store next to Bengal Barbecue.
I think that was the worst one.
They put one in the store.
Yeah.
The lady looks like she was freaking out.
Yeah.
Dude, the line is like squiggling through the clothing.
Oh, it was bad.
I don't know. Why would they put it in a store?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's so funny because Thursday when I got here and I kind of like scoped out Disneyland just to see what was going on, the whole atmosphere, everything.
Yeah.
I walked in that area. I went into that store and I'm like, there's a little sign saying, "Oh yeah, the magic lamp, Alan's lamp, isn't available today." I'm like, well, this is kind of weird. What the hell's going on here? Well, now we know why. They put that thing right in there. And many of you that probably have gone into that store know how tiny it is. Yeah. So walking in there with 500 other people was kind of chaos. But and the thing is, at the beginning of the morning when Disneyland opened up, everyone had or at least a majority of people had that key
already. Yeah.
People were trying to figure out how to do the key, so there was a little bit of backup on each location.
Or explain it then. Explain it. So, George did it first.
Yes.
So he put the key in and pulled it out.
Yes, you can't do that,
and it didn't do the icon.
So, okay, so each location, when you put your key in, it's going to make like a couple of noises, but
bubbles will come out.
So when the bubbles come out, that's when you know you have the stamp.
That's when yeah. So even when I was doing the 10th and final, I didn't even get footage of it unlocking. It was already unlocked because that took too long. So either do it too quick or you take too long. Yeah. I mean, and only one didn't spit bubbles out, but it had a hole for bubbles. It was the cool one. Shout out my buddy Kenji, definitely hometown friend. He works at Disneyland. He does the lockers maintenance.
Yes.
And he also fills up the penny machines in the medallions. And he was saying the 70th medallions were going like hotcakes. I didn't see them though. I did not see the medallions, but he was just saying try to get them if you can.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of them. There's There's a machine in the Grand Californian. There's a machine everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's going to take you a couple days to get all of them.
Right.
Unless you just make that your mission
Right.
all day to do it, then I guess you can pull it off. But
Right.
man, wow. Let's get to a comment Chris West said. Chris West said, it is interesting they showed the parade to the media and the public first on its first night the other day before cast members.
That is weird.
I wonder why.
I wonder why too, man. We saw a lot of news reporters yesterday.
Yes.
It was crazy.
So yesterday and then especially Thursday,
Okay.
there was press on top of the train station. There was press right in front of that medallion where the flagpole is. There was press on both sides of the entrance to the Sleeping Beauty Castle. There was press, trying to think, there was press on Tom Sawyer's Island, of all places. There was press,
that looked crazy.
Yeah, there was press in Batu as well, and Star Wars Galaxies. There was press everywhere. It was nuts.
This isn't a Star Wars stream, but
No.
Everybody, Disney people there.
Oh, yeah.
Our attention span flies away. But Star Wars night and then Season of the Force, they had Luke Skywalker walking around everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody was freaking out. We saw him yesterday in Batu, and he hung out with us for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, that was an awesome. So that's really interesting that they decided to have a character that is only really supposed to be for Season of the Force for Star Wars,
right? Roaming
around during the day,
right?
That was weird, but that was awesome.
And then I seen someone posted at DCA that Phineas and Ferb was out.
Yes,
they're like, I don't know, they're just pulling out fan favorites. You know what was cool? We saw Max in the Paint the Night parade.
Yes, I saw
in
that.
70th gear.
Yeah,
so that's new.
Yeah,
that was going hard. I mean, Goofy movie's my favorite Disney movie. So
and he was pulling the moves out. He just was all over the place, but that was awesome.
He was, man. Shout out all the Disney employees and everything, cast members. They really killed it yesterday.
Oh, definitely, 100%. They that was just so awesome. They did that. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I do want to let you guys know as well. I'm trying to figure out a good way to put this. When you go to the parks, especially this weekend and maybe next weekend, but at any point, all we ask as content creators is if you're going into the park and it's going to be packed, please be respectful to our cast members, our team members, because you know what? They're trying to do the best they can. A lot of times it's completely stressful for them, and they try to keep a happy face on for everybody and make everyone feel like they are in Walt's original Magic Kingdom. So please.
There was too many people. Like, to be honest, I mean, that's just what Disney wants, right? But
sure.
First, they said all seating areas for the parade
are crazy.
Filled.
That was crazy.
Never happened when I was there. No. Then one cast member would say, "You guys can't stand here."
Yeah.
But nice, of course. Not like that. That was my voice. But then another one would come and let people stand there. Yeah. And then for Tapestry, they were like, no sidewalk standing, just in the street. And then 3 minutes later, we're on the sidewalk. So, it is a little overwhelming for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right.
And I want to see what Mondo has here. Okay, so this is the final key here. Watch what happens. So this is just the iteration of what happens. So you see the bubbles shoot up. That's when you have one of those stamps at any of the locations. Bubbles will shoot up.
Yeah, that line up right here. No order. No, you could go wherever you want. One could pop up here.
But this location specifically
has to be the 10th.
Yeah, it has to be the last one. But all the other 9 you could do.
Oh, my favorite sound from one of the keyholes was the fire station.
Yeah.
That was clean.
Yeah.
I didn't even know one was in there.
No, I didn't either.
Right, I butchered it. The line was small. I don't know.
It started getting big, though.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it started getting, because that's one thing about having I'm going to call him an A-list celebrity YouTuber like Hey Bricky. We start drawing an entourage with us.
Yeah.
Between him and OG,
Right.
So it
Right.
started getting packed.
By the time, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So it was definitely crazy. This was
Tapestry.
Tapestry. It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it was cool. They had like Disney animated versions of
Yes.
Kylo Ren walking out,
That
and then
was
it was
cool.
like, yeah, and then it was like the stormtroopers on the side, and I was like, this don't even look like Star Wars.
I know, right?
But it was just like Disney Small World version,
Definitely.
which was pretty cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And this is all courtesy of Mondo from Five Fires. Okay, look at this. This was the paint the night effect. So me and Tommy, right where that flagpole is. I know Mondo's way far back towards the castle, but we were way up there, right in the front. And,
Yeah, we were right in front.
it was chaos.
It was chaos.
It was bad.
But we got through it.
Oh, we did. We survived. We're doing a live, so we must have done something right. There's another one. This is in Toontown. There's another keyhole. Man.
Yeah, this plays the song to every theme you want. So
Yes.
you know what? I like the Mickey one, Mickey's house. Where's that? The blue one? Let's go back real quick. All right here. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, so it's a fun little thing you can bring home too. I mean,
Yeah. Because I know, because I have that backdrop with some interesting artifacts and some joys. I'm definitely going to hang that on the wall.
right?
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah. So
I wonder, do you think they'll have this for the whole celebration?
I hope so, because I think the hype went away yesterday after everyone seemed like but shout out again to the cast members, because they were bringing freaking carts of them. I mean, carts of them. So they had plenty in stock. I'm hoping they keep all, enough for all 18 months.
Right.
But I'm not gonna bet my life on it. But okay, so I want to show another one. This is the one me and Tommy were just talking about that was kind of like a pain in the butt to get to because it was inside the store.
Okay.
Again, shout out to Mondo from Five Fires. This is it right here. So this is inside the bazaar. Across the way from Indiana Jones and the Jungle Cruise, and across from the Tiki room.
Right.
I don't know why they put it in this location because it was so crowded.
It's cramped.
It was cramped.
Because people are buying merch. There's the cast members, and then there's us doing this.
Yes.
Yeah. So 16 months of that.
That's going to be rough.
Right.
That's going to be rough.
Don't ask me why.
I don't know.
Right. Who cleared that?
What?
Who cleared it to put it in there? Right.
Josh tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is again from Five Fires. The Orange County Transit System decided to reskin some of their buses to the Disneyland 70th. Obviously, you guys can see Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse there on the actual bus. That was very cool to see. Let's see. And you know what's funny? A running joke that Orange Grove kept bringing up, because all the shows and entertainment seem to be at Disneyland.
Sure.
So Orange Grove, he started saying, I kind of feel like DCA is the wicked stepchild because it only has one show.
Oh, okay.
And Disneyland has everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but I do encourage people to go see World of Color because that was astonishing.
I mean, DCA had Lunar and Food and Wine.
True.
So, I mean, but at least, you get the little projection show on Carthay Circle for a little bit.
Yeah. No, definitely. So that was very cool. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I think, since the title of this live stream is how me and Tommy Toon World rate the first day of Disneyland 70th grand opening. Mm-hmm. Tommy, I'm going to start with you. What did you think about it?
Well, the vibes and the happiness was above par.
Absolutely.
I feel like the party aspect and the celebration is here.
Yes.
For Disney 70th. Disney 60th, like OG was telling us, they took themselves really serious with the diamonds and everything.
Yeah.
This really feels like a fun party. You could let loose, relax. People were dancing.
Oh yeah,
like
in the street.
Yeah, it felt like Disneyland, of course, but of course, there's people going on rides and everything, but I didn't go on one ride, which is crazy to me. I always at least do one. Well, I'm thinking about Small World, but it was like 25 minutes, and then Coco's always going to be there, so I'm definitely going to catch Coco eventually. You may even catch him tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so that's good. Bringing up the Cavalcade real quick. The Cavalcade was really fun. I always just think those are too short. Yeah. But I understand though it's not a parade.
Yeah.
But man, the vibes here at Disney 70th, I definitely give it 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10, however you want to rate it. I'm gonna try 5 to 10 foods tomorrow.
Definitely.
So, we could check back on my page for the hit or misses, Instagram and YouTube. I loved it. I'm ready to go back.
Definitely.
Yep.
Now, I do want to ask this question about your experience. Was there anything that you would change that if you could change it?
Well, I had minor subtleties. Put the the keyholes in the paper map in case you don't want to pull up your phone.
Yes.
Maybe more structure on timings of the entertainment. They did have an electric board where you could scan the QR code and it showed you what was coming out, but a lot of people like to rush around.
Yeah.
So
Chris West has a question, so let me bring it up because this one's for Tommy.
No, I'm not.
Okay?
I'm not yet. I keep whistling, humming,
and he's driving me nuts.
It's rough. Hey, OG was doing it too.
I know. I had two of
the
you guys
mood for celebrating.
I had two of you guys singing that.
Yeah. Oh, that's the backdrop on the intro to World of Tapestry.
Yes.
Tapestry of Happiness.
Yes.
Yeah. So it gets you even pumped even more. I know he's getting tired of it, but
I can never get tired of it. I just like giving you crap.
That's going to be on all my posts.
Oh, I know. I'm ready.
Yeah. And it didn't get copyrighted.
No.
So maybe Disney's letting us slide on that one.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're giving the Disneyland 70th a perfect score across the board.
Yeah, I loved it. I talked to a couple people that were saying it wasn't as good as certain things. Like, of course, I want a free, item or something that, we spend so much at Disney. They could give us some ears when we walk in.
Yeah.
They could do something for free.
Yeah. And just a side note on that, because a lot of people were. So you see how Tommy's key is like a rainbow color right now? A lot of people have been looking for the Mickey ears that have the ears, but it was rainbow color.
Yeah, and it was actually a hat. It was like a cap that goes on with those ears.
Oh, okay.
I have not seen those.
I have not either.
Yeah, we'll try to keep you posted.
Definitely.
He's going back today. We'll both be at Disneyland tomorrow, and then Monday we'll be at DCA.
Yeah.
So a lot going on still, knocking out food. Tomorrow I'm going to do the pot pie, twice baked potato. I'm going to do the Tahitian ribs. I'm going to do the peach cobbler, funnel cake fries. I'm going to do one or two of the cakes. On Monday, I want to do the 70th flute, the champagne flute.
Definitely.
Because I seen Disway 80 was drinking. He said it looked good. So
nice.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to do any foods today, or what's your plans? I know we got Carnation Cafe planned with the OG crew. I'm pumped for that.
I do have to say, though, I might have to try one food today because I got the neighborhood Spider-Man coming into town, Mr. Webba.
Oh,
that's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, what are you guys going to eat?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's going to be up to him.
Nice.
I'm going to trust his spidey senses on that one to figure out what we're going to do with that.
Hey, shout out Webba.
But for my experience, I agree with Tommy. Everything was absolutely perfect. The only thing I could say there was two things was that the key challenge for the bazaar, I kind of didn't like that it was in the store that was so small because it was crowded, and it's only going to get crowded or more crowded because you got cast members, you got people that aren't doing that are trying to shop, and then you got people that are doing that, so it's creating a little cluster. And then I was talking to Bricky yesterday while he was hanging out with us, and the one critique he had was on Main Street. You see some of the buildings have the
puntings and stuff.
The puntings and stuff,
Yeah.
but not all the buildings did. So
No.
it's kind of like they're lacking on that decor for the 70th a little bit, but everything else across the board was absolutely perfect, especially with the Emporium, the way that went yesterday morning with that key thing.
Yeah.
The cast members, I've done a shout out to them multiple times this live stream, but I got to do it again because that was just absolutely like Hunger Games times 100. That was
in the
crazy.
beginning. We went back in there after. It wasn't as bad.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad, but
the main gripe.
Oh, okay.
The main gripe that I heard from multiple people yesterday. This might be the only thing wrong.
Okay.
With 70th.
Yeah.
Is people want all 9 pins, but they don't want to spend 60.
Yeah.
Of course, the Disney adults have ideas. We're thinking refill this up with a random pin. Don't show us, and just let us pay like 30 or 20 or 30 to refill it. Reset the key, then we could go back, because these Disney pin traders are serious about these pins, and this is just random. You know what I mean? So we don't want to keep buying these, but the thing is we want to refill it and keep using the same key again. Yeah, because we're not scalping, so we don't want to look like it. I guess that was the catch-22, was you have to buy multiple of these to get all 9.
Yeah.
But we would like to have it refilled. It's just, that would create another line in the store and more time for the cast members to stuff it in and reset it. But if they could figure that out,
that would be cool.
Before the event ends,
that would be cool.
Maybe, because the only way to get these pins are on here or now aftermarket.
Yeah,
on like eBay.
And aftermarket, I'm gonna let you guys know, like Tommy was saying early on in the live stream, people are already selling that key without the pin, and it's almost like what?
So without the pin, like I said, it's this price, but with the pin, it's double now.
Yeah. If not going to be triple by the time this weekend ends.
Right, because this is not on the East Coast. This is not in Japan. This is not in China.
Only
this
Disneyland
in
Resort.
France. Yeah. So people are freaking out. I know they had the paintbrush for the 60th.
We saw that last night.
But this is better, in my opinion. I mean, I know I didn't do that, but
I want that paintbrush, though. If I see that today.
Yeah, so we heard it restocked. I think Conductor said he's seen it. I wasn't with Conductor the whole time. I had broken off for an hour and a half.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But the main goal for me today, this right here. You see that magic band right there, the 70th, that I got told by at least 100 cast members that is getting released today? That's going to be my mission.
Oh, let me see it. Oh, man, we need that.
Yeah, we need that. We need that.
I don't know how I'm going to get it.
I'm going to hunt for that.
All right.
Alongside the paintbrush.
I could assume it's going to be like $10 more.
Probably.
Than a regular magic band,
because it's limited.
Yeah, they're not gonna. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna sell out though. We're still gonna give them the money.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you something else before we go.
Yeah.
Because we got about 22 minutes, so I want to ask you about. We talked about a little bit about the Yeti sipper.
That one's cool.
A lot of people are nervous. I saw. I think it was. You said it was JP who caught a scalper with probably like 10 or 15 of them. Was the Mickey popcorn bucket.
Oh my god!
So tell us about that, because you have a popcorn bucket that's completely different IP, completely different scenario, but it's made by the same manufacturer. So yeah. Go ahead.
So he is definitely talking about the Mickey popcorn bucket. It has the head that's like oversized on his body in the tuxedo. He's interactive. He moves around when you say Mickey. He has like a couple sayings. I'm not sure if he blinks, but it's dead on the Child's Play Chucky popcorn bucket from HHN.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I do not want to see Mickey's eyes light up red and start to attack me. Those things were selling out, but there were carts with no line where you could buy it too.
Yeah.
They definitely have those overstocked.
Definitely.
Yeah. I liked it though. I did like it for $51.99 or whatever the price is.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. You see people walking around with them, and JP caught somebody. Scalping.
Yeah. And I don't know how I feel about that because I got told on Thursday when I arrived in the town, and I started walking around Disneyland, and I asked multiple cast members, I said, with the Disneyland 70th merch, because they already had some of it out.
Sure.
Including those popcorn. Well, no, not the Mickey one. I think they had the Abominable Snowman in one location. It was
the Sipper.
The Sipper was in Tomorrowland on Thursday, from what I remember.
Okay.
But the Mickey popcorn bucket wasn't released until yesterday.
And this.
And that. And I was told that there were going to be limits. So when we have a YouTuber friend that we just had on the channel like a couple weeks ago on a live stream, shout out to JP Land 21.
Yeah.
And he captures a picture that, or actually a video clip that's probably going to go viral on his page, showing a scalper with 10 to 15 of those Mickey popcorn buckets. Yeah. Is that something that kind of disgusts you in a way? Because people that aren't fortunate, that don't live in California and can't afford the, fly or drive out here to go to the Disneyland and experience the 70th and possibly even have a chance to get that Mickey popcorn bucket. Does that disgust you, seeing a scalper like that?
Man, so I was immediately going to say yes, but now the way you worded it, like people can't get to Cali and people can't get to the park. It's too expensive to get in the park. I know the tickets, if you have kids, you have a family, I guess eBay would be where to go buy it.
Yeah.
And then that gives them the chance to have it. But, the cast members are letting these guys buy it. And they're literally putting the straps over their head, letting them purchase it.
Yeah.
So it does mess with me because I don't want to be the guy that is the scalper. Of course, we make fun and we laugh about it. We laugh at it. It is nasty.
Yeah.
But just, man, you may have not wanted it to come out that way, but the way you worded it, at least some people are getting it through that. But, I haven't checked the aftermarket price on there. I haven't looked at eBay yet.
No, and it's not that I'm personally attacking anybody.
No, I didn't mean that.
No. Yeah. I'm just clarifying for everybody.
Yeah,
it's not that I'm personally attacking anybody that is a scalper, because I know we all have to make money some way or another. We don't have a 9-to-5 job.
Sure.
To me, it kind of ruins the experience, because I know for a fact that some Disneyland 70th merch on Shop Disney, you can buy it on the website and have it shipped to you.
Never on the buckets, though, right?
As far as I know, not in the buckets, but that could change. Okay. And if it does change, why would someone that, again, can't make it out to Disneyland pay probably $150, if not $200 for something they can go on Shop Disney and get for $59.99?
Well, that would stop the scalpers.
Yeah.
If they did that. But it seems like Disneyland sticks to the, matter of fact, since we're talking about popcorn buckets, man, I had a big bag of merch, right? And I went over to where you get the strollers, where you usually could give them your bag to hold.
Sure.
They'll hold every piece of merchandise.
That's crazy.
Except popcorn buckets.
Really?
So I had the bag, but the popcorn bucket was like this big because I had the Max 90s night one.
Oh, geez.
And she's like, well, we can't carry that, but we can take everything else. So I'm like, well, that's the main thing because it's the biggest.
Yeah.
So, that was rough. I could have got a locker, though. OG kept telling me to get a locker. Shout out OG again. Shout out Wizard. Shout out Abby and George. Man, that's my crew at this point.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
And, it was such a great experience. I think I'm gonna say on my part, it was something I encourage everybody, if you can afford it, if you can come out here to Southern California and go to Disneyland and experience the 70th, try to get some merch if you can even afford that, because Disney, it seems like with every event they do, they're jacking up the prices along with everyone else that does it.
Sure. But they have the 3-day, 4-day pass.
Yeah.
This guy has the highest magic key.
Yeah, well.
So I'm not in the LA area, so I just bought the 3-day pass. It was $360, with no park hopper. So Park hopper was an extra, I think 80 or 90 added or or whatever. So,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like I got a good deal because last year I paid $540 for 2 days
Ouch.
with Park Hopper.
Ouch.
So, you know, this time I'm getting 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's solid. And I don't know when the next time I'm coming back to Disneyland. I know you guys don't like hearing that. Sorry. But next, I'm sorry, but we are moving on to horror after this because August we'll be doing horror. September's horror.
Yeah. So
wrong stream.
No, it's all good. Let's bring it up to inform them. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So in August, me and Tommy are going to be in Las Vegas for the grand opening of Horror Unleashed, which is in Area 15. I cannot wait. Tommy's been in that area. You want to tell us a little bit about that area since you've done the neighboring attractions around the area they're putting the Horror Unleashed?
Yeah, sure. So I've been to Area 15. I've done Omega Martin there. The building's really nice. There's another one that's next to it that shows a whole bunch of projections. When I was just in Vegas for WrestleMania in April, it still looked like the building was being built, but they're strict on that August 14th date. So I'm sticking with Universal because they're sticking with their date for this week or next week for Epic Universe. So to me, that's going to be the weekend we're there.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to have tons of fun. I can't wait to see the inside of this place. The vibe is just like they're basically just like industrial buildings.
Yeah.
The outside's not too much to look at.
No.
But the inside's going to be the spectacle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the outside's supposed to, from what I understand from looking at the concept art that's been online for quite some time, it looks like an abandoned warehouse, and all you see is these old style warehouse windows that are beaming red light out of it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be crazy. And then the one thing I'm looking forward to, along with all the houses that we're going to be able to walk through, they have a little section where it's a bar/restaurant, and they're going to have characters roaming around in the bar, in the restaurant. So that's going to be fun. That's
going to be like the main event because no one's seen that before.
No.
Yeah.
No. Now, like Disney, since this live stream is about Disney a little bit, Disney actually has an experience where you can actually dine with characters.
Yeah.
But this is going to be the complete opposite, where you're dining with creepy monsters and probably a squid guy or some creature coming right to your face as you're trying to take a drink, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And, so that's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
And then literally like not even a month after that,
2 weeks,
we're going to be in Los Angeles for the opening of the HHN Hollywood 2025 season. We got some amazing houses going on. And again, it's not confirmed by John Murdy yet.
Sure.
But inside sources are saying that we're going to have Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
We're going to have Terrifier. We're going to have
a WWE house.
Yes. We're going to have what else we got?
I don't know. The new speculation map had Legacy of Jason Voorhees, but I think we're going to get some announcements soon. So in my opinion, we're going to get the announcements. FanFest ends this weekend. After Epic Universe, the main weekend, I have a feeling the Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday after the Epic week or after the Epic week opening, we're going to get some new info on Horror Nights because Orlando is already dropping the merch, and it's never go alone.
Yes.
And I'll go alone.
Yeah, exactly right. Looking at this spec map here, what you most anticipated for besides the WWE? Because I know you're going to say that.
Well, most anticipated 100% is Five Nights, Fallout, and Terrifier. If those three are real, if those come to fruition, I want those. But I'm always intrigued. People like to bag on them, but I'm always intrigued to see the upgrades on Terror Tram and the Universal Monsters house. As we look right here, there is no speculation on a Universal Monsters house. I have a strong inkling that a Monsters house is coming. So
definitely,
maybe one of these isn't legit, or the Terror Tram. Actually, wait, hold up. Yeah, maybe the Terror
So-
Tram's in the way and they didn't put that on, man. I don't know.
Possibly,
But this is 9 right here,
Yeah.
so
So the Terror Tram, from what the spec map says, is going to be a version 2 of what it was with Blumhouse, which had Megan. It had
okay.
um
I'll take more Megan.
yeah, Megan was awesome.
I don't need Happy Death Day. I don't need Purge.
Yeah.
I don't need the Purge show at the Water World show.
Yeah.
I don't need that, but I could have had a show at the Water World stage for FanFest nights.
That would have been nice.
I could have. Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah, and they could pull off an animated, like they could do a One Piece because it's water.
Oh, heck yeah.
Maybe they're trying to get One Piece for water
That would be
in
sick.
the water next year. Yeah,
That would be sick.
yeah.
And then after we do HHN, I don't know what Tommy's schedule is yet, but I'm going to be covering Grinchmas. And then after that, we are planning on, and we're hopefully going to lock it in February, late February or early March, hopefully, because
I think in March.
March.
Yeah.
I talked to a couple fellow content creators. One of them is Capture the Magic, Jared.
Oh, shout
Out to Capture the Magic. He actually lives in Florida. He said the best time to come out is those months.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try to plan a trip, me and Tommy here, to go to Epic Universe.
Yeah.
And that's going to be just absolutely astonishing. What do you think?
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, we're going to go within the first year it opens, so that's cool. I have some more plans this year. You know, I'm coming out for the holidays, so I'll do Knott's Merry Farm. I'll do Grinchmas. I'll do Festival Holidays at DCA. I'm ready to see the Christmas tree at Disneyland.
Oh, there
But
you go.
if you guys do want to see Epic Universe content from the run-of-the-mill gents like us, you could definitely check out Disney the Italiano. He's going out there next week with Abby. So check his page because I'm gonna just blast his stuff because you know, we're partners in crime at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna pull his page up, guys, so you guys can show him some love here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on YouTube real quick so we can pull him up because he is a new and upcoming channel. So,
But he's a vet
yes,
in this space because he's been working with OG
yes,
for like 5 years. We're all just partners in this stuff, man. It's, you know, try to dabble in all of our pages. We all got different things. Like I said, I do a lot of food reviews, getting these hit or misses out. Definitely going to do a Fan Fest nights hit or miss.
definitely. And this is our friend George's the Italiano. Again, co-host with Orange Grove 55 on Orange Grove 55.
Mm-hmm.
But this is his new channel, Citrico Central.
Yeah.
And he's been killing it. He's been killing it. He even got some praise from Bricky yesterday. So that was awesome.
Well, Bricky actually hijacked his live.
You know, and he did hijack his live, and I thought that was funny.
Took the camera.
He took the camera
and walked away.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's bound to happen eventually, but yeah, we're all friends here. It's just a joke. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, but definitely please go check out Citrico Central on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's also on Instagram as well. I haven't been able, I got to confirm with him if he is on X. If he is, I will post a post on all my socials so you can follow him on X if he's going to do that. But definitely YouTube and Instagram. And I think he said he's going live tonight at 6:30 at Disneyland. So definitely go check that out.
6 or 6:30.
I think 6:30.
Got it.
I think.
Yeah.
But go subscribe to his channel. So if he does do 6 o'clock, you'll get a notification.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I want to thank everybody for joining tonight's live, or well, not tonight, but this morning's live stream. I want to thank our amazing guest, Tommy Toon World. Man, it's always a great time hanging out with you. We got a lot more content coming out from the Disneyland 70th here on location.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy, it's always great to just hang out. Where can everyone find you on social media?
Yeah, once again, man, I appreciate you having me on. Like always, we still got a lot of this trip left. It's only been 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, so we're still pushing. But yeah, you can find me at Tommy Toon World on YouTube. TOON, not TUNE. and on Instagram at TommyTune_. You may be able to find me on other things as well, but I'm a little light on those. X is just popcorn buckets. So if you guys like buckets, check out my X. But check out Conductor, man. He's been killing it. He's going live anytime he can.
Yeah, I know the YouTube algorithm said you should have a schedule, but with all this news coming out from Disneyland, Universal, everywhere, it's hard to kind of have a schedule. You just do it when you can. You do it when you can.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Theme Park Conductor. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Bluesky at Theme Park Conductor, all one word. You can find me on X at Theme Conductor. Again, all one word. You can find me typically every Sunday on Conductor Livestream, but lately I've just kind of been all over the place, but I usually try to post on all my socials and YouTube when I'm going live, so at least you have a head start, if not a day before, so that way you have a head start.
Well, maybe he could do a poll too for you guys and see what day you like, Sunday, Monday, or Thursdays.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I don't mind being like OG and doing like five a week.
Yeah.
So I could do that too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
He's rubbing off on me.
I mean, I know he is rubbing off. That citrus it's potent. It's potent.
Right.
Again, if you're coming to the Disneyland 70th and you see either me or Tommy, or you're going to Universal tonight and you see Tommy, please come up and say hi. Please do so. We are not those type of content creators that don't like interactions. We love to meet our fans. So
interrupt my video till you get in the video.
Oh, there. See,
exactly.
There you go.
There
you go.
Yeah.
Oh man.
If I have enough food too, you can eat with me. Share with me.
There you go.
Right.
Hey, that might be a new segment.
Right.
You have a food segment, and you have a fan come up to you,
right,
and you share the food with the fan and get their immediate reaction. That might be something.
Right. I mean, everybody's hungry.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Again, shout out to Disney cast members. Shout out to all the amazing content creators we met yesterday, and shout out to Orange Grove 55. George the Italiano on Citrico Central. Shout out to Mr. Webber. Shout out to Tommy Toon World. Shout out to me, Theme Park Conductor, and many others. JP Land 21.
Wizard.
Theme Park Wizard. Choo choo. Yeah. I had to do that because you'd get mad if I didn't. Yeah. And then just shout out to everybody, including the cast members, because they're going through what I call right now is literally merch hell.
Right.
So shout out to them for sure.
And remember, I'll be at FanFest tonight, so check my socials, and Conductor will be back at the 70th in Disneyland.
I will.
So keep your eyes peeled. Follow his Instagram.
And I'm not small. I'm very tall, so you can see me from the distance. So it's not like I'm going to be hiding anywhere.
That helps in the Disney crowd. So
exactly. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So again, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and turn on your notifications so you never miss any Theme Park Conductor news. And definitely subscribe to Tommy Toon World and follow him on his socials, because now he's playing that music, and now it's getting me hyped for Disneyland right now, because I'm going to go search for that Magic Band.
It's the Sleeping Beauty Castle music. Right?
Oh my God! Kill me. Have a great day, everybody. We will see you guys soon. Oh, just one more programming note as well. So this Sunday, I am not going to have a live stream, so that's tomorrow. But next Sunday, I will have a live stream. I don't know if I'm going to be solo or I'm going to be with a guest. I will let you guys know. So have a good day, everybody. Peace out.